Welcome to NHL Darkness Plus. I'm just fixing the camera here. And welcome. This is our 2019 NHL free agent preview. I never done a preview for the free agency because I started in August, so this is my first time around. So please let me in the comments below if you think this is an awesome video like this or what I should change for next year for the preview. For anything, any video. Moving on. This is the list. I'm going to try to get it all in one video in 20 minutes. But if I'm not able to, I will put into part 1, part 2, maybe part 3. But I try to get it all done in one video. Let's get into it. These are all the ones I think. I'll give you a minute talking about this. The ones I think is going to basically the top ones. The other ones on NHL, all that stuff that could be signed. But I don't want to really talk about those because I need like 5 million bullets, it feels like. So I went with the top. All the top ones that have not been signed yet. Currently, right now, June 28th, today. Moving on, we have a couple. So Corey Perry, 34-year-old right winger. He was bought out by Anaheim. Many places looking for him. Pittsburgh, Montreal, different places that really can take him. His grit, his sandpaper is fantastic. Guy that is going to be a cheap contract, but someone they can take. Jason Spencer with the Dallas Stars before, 36 years old, a center and a right winger, can be a really good depth guy on that third, fourth line center role on that wing side, but really could help and has not signed with the Dallas Stars. Next one is a big one here. Sergei Bobrovsky here, 30 years old, goaltender here. Looking at him, a guy would love to pick him up. Is basically, Islanders, Panthers, different other teams that really want to go after this guy because the Panthers need him so badly. The Islanders, if they can't sign Leno, they could use him. So, looking at that. Dion Phaneuf, 34-year-old defenseman, was bought out by LA, and he's on the free agent market now. So, what teams can pick him up? His old team, maybe Toronto, since it's going to be losing Gardner, a cheap contract they get to bring in, and a good defenseman and a senior one, and maybe losing Zaitsev at the same time too. Moving on to Patrick Marleau after being traded to Carolina. They try to keep him there, but no, I don't want to stay, no. So he wants to go back to the West Coast. Carolina bought him out. Always Carolina gets that first and a third and a seventh round pick of this year, potentially next year, the whole conditions. So fantastic, whoever wants to pick him up. Most likely it's going to be the Sharks or the LA Kings or Anaheim or Vegas. One of those on the West Coast is most likely the Sharks, because he'll do anything to play for the Sharks. Moving on to Matt Duchene, 28 years old. He's a center or left winger, most likely a center, plays the best on center. But a guy here that, you know what I mean, Montreal can try to go for him. Nashville, those are the two teams that try to go after him. Definitely, teams really want this guy. It's a great center. Moving on to Joe Pavelski, still on the free agent market, yes. 34 years old, a center, a right winger. Either was best, great for his deflections. Teams that really want him is the Lightning, the Dallas Stars, of course going back to maybe the Sharks try to re-sign them. He talked to the Lightning's going to be talking to the Stars too. Really get, I like that contract. But he might go back to the Sharks like his whole career was. Moving on here, Tommy Panarin, 27 years old, left winger. Looking at him, you can say the Islanders, you can say the Rangers, you can say the Panthers, you can say Colorado Avalanche. Those are the big ones out here. Maybe he goes out of the blue and says, nah, I don't want to have any of these guys. Me or that team over there, whatever team that might be. You know what I mean? A great player, a guy that they're gonna have a bidding war over this on July 1st. Definitely, who's gonna want to sign him? Who wants to sign him? Who wants to give up the most money for him? Who has the most money to give up for him? And all that stuff. Sergei here, Varlamov here, 31 years old, a goaltender from Colorado Avalanche. You can't sign Bobrovsky. This might be one of your picks. If you can't sign Leno, Bobrovsky, maybe this guy is your guy here. So, Varlamov here, you know what I mean, had hip issues through the years, but last year and the year before that, he was actually pretty decent, I gotta say. So if you need a goaltender, he might be the guy you might have to go for. Also, for Mike Smith, he might be the guy that you might have to go for. A 37-year-old goaltender, but he might be that senior backup goaltender you might need, or at times might take over that role for a little bit for a goaltender. Moving on to Jason Pominville, I don't know who really want him. He was from the Sabres, originally from, Sabres in the beginning, Minnesota, then Sabres, and now free agency comes. He's 36 and a right winger, maybe some experience like Boston, or get a little more experience on that fourth line if they can't get Noah and Charlie. Who knows? Moving on to Tyler Myers, 29-year-old defenseman. He's like 6'7", or 6'8", I forget. But this guy's tall. He wants around $7 million. Canucks try to sign him. Don't know. Jets are still out there trying to sign this guy. Maybe the Rangers, maybe a different team that really needs a defense and can actually spend that $7 million. Moving on to Derek Cassard. He's a 31-year-old center. This guy plays mostly of a second-line center role. He thrives on a second-line center. If he's not, like Pittsburgh, he was always on that third line. Same thing with Colorado. He was on the second to third line. Still didn't play as well. Was with the Panthers a little too for a couple games. That's it. But who knows? Teams will be interested of an offensive guy that they can still use. Definitely. Moving on to Joe Thornton. He's 39 years old, a center that people can really use. He's not going to demand a lot of money. He will demand a little money because he had a really good deal. But 39, who knows who will go after him? There's many people who could. As that third line center, they could use a fourth line depending on how much depth their team is. Moving on to Mark Mathot, 34-year-old defenseman, was out for most of the year last year in the 18-19 season. Can pick up a really good defenseman. We know he's been fantastic because what he did with Ottawa, being Eric Carlson, and with Mathot, they played incredible together. But we'll see what happens with who wants to pick up a defenseman. Nicholas Cronwell's another one, 28 years old. If you can't get a defenseman like, Tyler Myers or someone, this might be Mathot, Cronwell, the second stage. Like, oh yeah, I might have to go after that guy instead since I don't have the money, or since I got bid out, or you want to go to another team. Gustav Nyquist, 29 years old, a left winger or a right winger. This guy is underlooked a lot. He might go back to Detroit. I think they looked at him a lot. Other teams really want to see if they can get this guy, especially the Sharks. I think they really want to sign him. You know what I mean? He's a great guy. If you can't get, like I said, Panarin, you can't get Duchesne, you can't get someone else that you really want, this guy will be out there, and it's going to be a great, pick up whoever gets this guy. Same thing with Marcus Johansson, a 28-year-old center, left wing, and right wing. We've seen it in the Boston final. He played with Boston Bruins at the third of the season after being with the Devils for a year and a half. Looking at that, he might want to go back to the Devils. He left the Devils. He might go back to the Bruins. He might go back to maybe Washington. I doubt that. But Johansson had a fantastic year. Absolutely passing in the playoffs. Absolutely great passes to, Krejci and Johansson and DeBrusque, and great passes all over the ice he does. Incredible. If you need him, he'll help you score and generate just goals. And not just that, but passes too. Great plays. Anton Strawman, 32-year-old defenseman. This guy was a plus 30-something. One of the best, in 17-18 season. Injured this year, but he's 32, and someone will get a really good defenseman. Matt Zuccarello, 31-year-old right winger. Played with his whole life with the Rangers, except at the end with the Dallas Stars. Right winger, definitely a team can use him. Definitely. For goal scoring, depth, that kind of sorts. Justin Williams said he might retire, might go to another team, might sign him to Carolina Hurricanes. Many options until Monday. So 37-year-old right winger, great captain, great, guy you can put on that, line on that right wing. Who can really take him on that maybe second, maybe third, fourth, really get that depth. Cam Talbot, if you need a goaltender, there's many goaltenders on this free agency here. A goaltender, 31 years old, didn't play his best last year. Neither did the year after that, but the 16-17 season, absolutely fantastic. If you need a backup goaltender, Cam Talbot might be that guy for you, definitely. Jake Gardner, a 28-year-old defenseman, maybe Vancouver, just like the thing with Tyler Miles, maybe Vancouver, but not anymore. Who knows? Jake Gardner might go a new team, maybe the Rangers, maybe another team that he could potentially go to. Definitely. Wayne Simmons, a sandpaper-ish guy who wants to get the puck to the net, and a very good, hardy man. 30 years old, really a little slower now after that surgery he had for like last year or the year before, I forget what year. But left winger or right winger definitely is a great player and really can help out on that depth and really be that leader too if they need it. Andreas Lee, 28-year-old left winger center, captain for the Islanders. This is a surprising one. This is someone you can go after. If you can't get Panarin, you might be like, well, I got Lee in my hands here. I might sign him I might get him for a lesser contract than Panarin, you know what I mean? Who knows? But he's a little bit older, 28 by a year. Who cares, right? Dan Girardi, 35-year-old defenseman. You need that depth on that defense. You might want to pick this guy up just for that good senior, just that veteranship to help you out. Ron Hainsey, 38-year-old defenseman, great on that plus and minus. Really can be good on the third pairing instead of first pairing like the Toronto Maple Leafs. Who knows what's going to happen with all of Toronto's defense here. It's really going to change. Also talking about Cam Moore, 35-year-old goaltender. Who knows if someone's going to try to sign him next year. If defenseman can really, goaltender or a team could try to get this goaltender. Who knows? Moving on to Thomas Vanek, 35-year-old left winger. Definitely, this guy has slowed down this year, but the year in 2017-18 had a really good year, and the years before that were really good. So, hit a little slow year on the rate with the Red Wings, but we'll see if he can bounce back. He's 35, so who knows? That's the end of him. Richard Panik, this guy will be a guy that someone might pick up and be like, this might be just like a steal on this free agencies, definitely. He is 28. I don't know why it says like 25. I think I kind of went out a little there. 28-year-old left winger and a right winger. Guy that can score, might put around 40 points. Definitely might be that guy. Adam McQuaid, a 32 defenseman, defenseman. Played in Boston, Rangers, Columbus. He might be a guy that you want, that hardy guy. He might be out for injuries, definitely with his hip, leg, anything, broken leg, all that stuff he had in the past. He might get injuries like that, so he might be out for a while, but a guy that can be really tough in the playoffs and tough on games, on people and everyone. Moving on to Brian Boyle, a 34-year-old left winger or center. Definitely this guy can be a good third, fourth line center for you. Get in the way of the goaltender. Get your stick. You know what I mean? Try to block the goaltender's vision. He's a fantastic guy on that. Absolutely fantastic. Michael Neufeld, another goaltender, 31-year-old. Was in Philadelphia, a bunch of goaltenders. He was injured for most of the year, definitely. So he might be a new team that he can go to, definitely. He will not beat the Flyers, of course, because they got Elliott, so, and Hart, they both signed. Elliott signed, so definitely he won't be coming back. Riley Shanahan here, absolutely fantastic center here, 27-year-old. He's a left winger center, great for depth. And you need that third, fourth line center. That's the guy you need. You should pick him up right now. $2 million, not a lot. A little pricey, maybe just a little for like a third, fourth line center, but it might be worth it for a team. Moving on here to Jonas Donskoy, that's 27-year-old right winger. I heard Dallas Stars, I heard Minnesota, I heard different teams that want Donskoy. He might be a good third, second, third, fourth, whatever you want, moving down the lineup. Might be a really good player for a team, so he's out there too. Ryan Dzingel, 27-year-old left winger, center or right winger, play any position on the forward, right? He might want $2 million, $3 million, maybe $4 million, maybe $5 million at most. Whoever bids him the most, who has a lot of trust in him, definitely this guy will be a great guy. Patrick Maroon, I don't know, he's 31 years old, left winger, right winger, maybe he stays in the Blues. Who knows about this? I don't know. But it'll be fantastic if he can. Moving on to Michael Furlan here. Yes, he's a 27-year-old left winger and right winger. Sandpaper guy. Hopefully someone can pick him up. Moving on here to Robin Leno, 27-year-old goaltender. This guy is huge this year, absolutely fantastic. He might be an incredible goaltender for Islanders maybe, or a different team that can pick him up. Brett Colony, he might go to the Oilers, 27-year-old left winger or right winger, can really score, be that good depth guy for a team. Peter Mrazek, 27-year-old goaltender, was with Carolina, absolutely fantastic this year, so we'll see where he goes. A lot of teams going to have an eye on him. Ben Sherratt, a 28-year-old defenseman, definitely he's going to have some eyes on him. And definitely Keith Kincaid, a 29-year-old goaltender, where he will be going, we'll see. Jordy Ben, a 31-year-old defenseman, a really good third pairing. Don't put him on the second line, don't put him on the first line. He will stink on those two lines. You need to only be on that third line. It proved in 17-18 season, he's only good on the third line. But a fantastic defenseman there. Devontae Smith-Pelly, a 27-year-old left winger or right winger here. A great fourth line right winger. Definitely led them with the Washington Capitals with Ovechkin and all of them to the Stanley Cup in 2018. But moving on to Chris Kunitz, a 39-year-old left winger or right winger. Definitely this guy is might retire next year. Who knows? But maybe sign into one more year. Maybe like for example like Pittsburgh or something. That'd be awesome. Or like Anaheim or something. Nick Cousin, a 25-year-old center or left winger. Definitely this guy has a lot of grit. Can really play really hard, and he's out there. So someone who can really get a good third or fourth line center. Igor Ogzalov, he's a Toronto defenseman, 26-year-old defenseman. Someone who can pick him up. They'll be a really good young defenseman. You need a young defenseman? That's the guy you need. Ryan Hartman, 24-year-old left winger or right winger, was picked up by Dallas Stars. Was not qualified, so that means he will be going to the free agent market. Yes, he is. 24-year-old, so someone can pick him up. Nikita Sherbak, 23-year-old left winger or right winger, really hasn't been his potential. LA was like, ooh, let me try to get this guy. No, they picked him up on waivers, and they signed him down. They're like, this guy's not worth it either. Curtis McElhinney is worth it. A 36-year-old goaltender, definitely showed in the conference final. Absolutely fantastic backup goaltender. So many teams might be like Toronto, or someone's going to be like, I want that guy back now. You know what I mean? Literally. Calvin Pickard, a 27-year-old goaltender. Definitely this guy might be a good backup goaltender. Anthony Stolarz might be in the minors. These two might be on the minors. Who knows? But thank you for watching this NHL News Sport. Like the video, didn't bell, comment, share. And let me in the comments below what you think about this. Please let me in the comments below what you think about this whole free agency preview. And what you think about my speedy preview in 18 minutes, alright? You want me to get to 100 subs? You gotta help me there. Please like that bell, subscribe, do all that stuff, and comment in the comments below what you think about this, alright? See you next video. Bye.